Welcome to Irvine, California. This is your Sevadar Inder Mohan Singh. We have you live here from Irvine, California for CCF Cricket California Foundation, where cricket is being played for a cause. Humanity and cricket are united here to unite all of humanity. We have Ash Realty Stallions, Rashid Ramzan, Zaid Tariq, Fameed Khan, Taimur Sheikh, Ahmed Razi, Uzair Siddiqui, Azmat Pasha, Amar Siddiqui, Aksha Shah, Shahnawaz Afridi, and Said Nabil B. A formidable lineup. ZB Pakistan stars Bilal Rizwan, Shoaib Awan, Suja Hussain, Mudassar Waheed. We're about to get started here on the Lahore pitch. Each one of these pitches has been given a name to represent a city in Pakistan. First ball out of the park. Rashidar takes strike. Amir bowls in, comes in, puts it right under the nose and out of the ground. What a way to start. पहली बॉल ते छक्का मार के अपनी टीम का खाता खोलिया. Amir is going in with his second ball, but batsman is not ready. Belly ball to chakka marke. The pressure is now on Ahmed. Ahmed has to go in and bowl something that will... something like that. Oh, what? Let's take that back. It's a wide ball. The length itself was good, but the ball was a little bit offline, giving up a wide ball. CCF here has come together for humanity, putting together this wonderful event. Amir bowling in, Duji ball te, well played. Batsman nu ikkatha karan to baad, Amir has done well. बहुत वधिया बॉलिंग करा के आमिर ने अपनी टीम ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੈਲੈਂਸ 'ਚ ਵਾਪਸ ਲਿਆਂਦਾ ਆ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜੇ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਬਾਲ ਤੇ ਛੱਕਾ ਪੈ ਜਾਵੇ ਦੂਜੀ ਬਾਲ 'ਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਆ ਉਹ ਬੋਲਰ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਧ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਆ. ਸੋ ਵੇਖਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੋਲਰ ਆ ਉਸ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਨੂੰ ਰਿਲੀਵ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਆ. ਪਹਿਲੀ ਬਾਲ ਤੇ 6, ਫਿਰ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਈਡ, ਫਿਰ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੰਗਲ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਡਾਟ ਬਾਲ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਵਿਕਟ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ. ਵੈਲ ਡਨ, ਗੁੱਡ ਬੋਲਿੰਗ, ਬਟ ਫਾਲੋਡ ਅਪ ਬਾਈ ਜਸਟ ਅ ਗੁੱਡ well played shot down the ground. Long on and long off converge and field it. The weather here is absolutely beautiful. मौसम is awesome है, ठंडा ठंडा cool. मौसम है जड़ी हवा आ वो pitch दी left to right जा रही है. The wind is flowing from left to right, so you might see some swinging balls into the ground. Ahmed here has done well fielded, just as well fielded. CCF, unbelievable upralla here, unbelievable task, mammoth task they have on their hand, and year after year, they do these great events. Amir Khan is going to go in for his fifth ball, and pulled way out of the ground, over the fence. Well pulled, keeping it a little bit short, missing his length just a little bit, just enough to give the batsman enough room to get underneath it and pull it. Another shot down the ground. Good comeback from Amir here, really good comeback. After that 6, he has done very well to keep the ball into the ground. He's a Lameen ball abake. He has forced the batsman to play it down the ground instead of giving him a short ball that would allow the batsman to get underneath it. At the end of the first over, Amir has given up 17 runs, 17 run. Koi wicket nahi, ek over. Rashid and Zaid batting. Donna da strike rate barabar chal raha hai. 3 ballan te 8 run. Donna da lagda karon teh karke aaya. They're in a competition. Rashid and Zaid themselves are competing to see You have. We are live from the Lahore field. Ash Realty Stallions and ZB Pakistan Stars. SLN has won the toss and elected to bat. Well done. What a shot. Keeping the field in contention, but there was never really a real chance. Hit way too well, hit way too good. Muhammad here. Pehli ball te chakka kha ke the pressure is on him. Good ball. What a comeback. Down the ground. Too long on. What a ball. What a ball. But unfortunately not the result the bowler would have wished for. He did well to cramp up the batsman, but the batsman getting just enough to pull it onto the onside, and 4 runs are signaled. 11 off this over already. No ball te 28 run. Rashid and Zaid are making the most of their options here, making the most of the bowling that's being served to them here. Well played down the ground again. Muhammad here is bowling a really good over here, keeping the line and length consistent. But the thing to look for here is every single time he has given any kind of room or any kind of short ball, anytime he's given the batsman the opportunity to get underneath it, the batsmen have capitalized. So now it'll be up to the batsman to see what to do with the balls that are going to come right underneath their nose. They're going to have to start driving the balls either into the ground or over the fielders. And again, looks like it was taken, very well taken by the keeper. Edge into the hands of the keeper. Keeper takes it very low. Those are very tough, especially in these conditions with the ball the way it is. It's a much lighter ball than a cricket ball. You can see here in the replay how low the keeper takes it, how low it just keeps on dipping, and at the end, he finally, when it reaches, he's ready for it, he's up for it, grabs the opportunity with both his hands. Esselin would like to believe this is the first of many. They're going to want to believe that there's more wickets to be taken here. For me, is the next batsman in. Rashid on the other side, very patiently waiting. Facing only 5 balls, he's already scored 13. So he has done a tremendous favor to his team playing this innings that he's currently on. And for me, this is going to have to pick up right where Rashid is at right now. Last ball of the over. This next ball could decide the momentum. Falls just short of the fielder. The fielder was pressed up against the fence, so unable to get underneath it, unable to get enough of a running start to get underneath it. But the match is evenly poised here. 1 wicket, 3 run ਤੇ 2 over. 15 ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ run rate ਹੈ ਇਸ time ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ. It's the fine margins. It's the little run out. It's the little catches. It'll remain to be seen. Wahab is into the attack for his first over. Spin bowling. Handy spin bowler. Good line, good length. Not giving the batsman any room, forcing him to drive on the offside. into the legs, pitching it up. Although full toss, a very, very low full toss, but batsman does well to keep it out. Wasn't able to maximize it, but still, he'll take that result. Oof. What a ball. Well balled, well balled. Completely deceiving the batsman. Batsman had no idea. The batsman was through his shot when the ball arrived, trying to finesse it onto the leg side, but unable to because the ball and the bat never made any contact. Wahab into the ground. Good length, good line. Just a single. In this format, you've got 8 overs to go. Every batsman is going to try to hit you out of the ground. You will take those balls. You will take that score any single day of the week when you get knocked around the park for singles and doubles. You are doing a fine job. Wahab doing a fine job here, doing very well here to keep the batsmen to singles and a dot ball, of course. Oof. Wahab gives a wide ball. He's trying to figure out the batsman, trying to see if there was any movement from the batsman. You got Zishan Bashir, Pakistan Stars, bowling their third over. And out of the park, out of the ground. At a pace like that, anytime you give a full toss, you run the risk of getting hit right out of the park. And Rashid has completely taken advantage. There you see, full toss on the legs, out of the ground. And again, that's a much better line. That's a much better line. You got to give the room, you got to give the ball time to pitch and move. And Wahab has done that on this comeback ball here. But sometimes it's just not enough. With small boundaries like that, even the slightest of contact will cause it to go for a 4, and that's exactly what the batsman has done. Make enough contact to get it to the boundary. Amit here, bowling. What a shot. Sweep shot. The batsman has done really well here to get down to his knees and sweep it onto the offside, onto the onside. Well done here. Although maybe not the best ball, but definitely the result the bowling team will take. 3.2 overs, close to 50 runs. The match is basically in the balance. It's a good pitch. It's a good, beautiful weather. Amir goes in and bowls a wide. Keeper does well to collect that. One-handed, moving to his left. Those are never easy to take because you're completely blinded by the position of the keeper. So does very well there to take it. SLN, having won the toss, are going to try to capitalize here. A short ball, but another wide ball. Slightly short. The length was good. It must be said the length was good. It's just missing the line a little bit. But you got to be careful. Anytime you bowl those lengths, you have to be careful because you're giving the batsman enough room to get underneath it. So it has to be moving. If you're going to pitch those lengths, the ball has to be moving to try to induce an edge. And another. His full tosses are getting very difficult to play, especially when you aim for those. Well, that's another strategy a baller can use. Ash Reality Real Estate Stallions are trying to assess the situation here. The weather itself, मौसम is awesome है, ठंडी ठंडी cool हवा चल रही है. The wind is blowing from left to right. So anytime you see a baller, don't be surprised if you see a lot of swing. There is going to be a lot of swing. And the thing that's going to make it very difficult with the amount of wind there is here, when the ball goes high in the air, it's never easy to get underneath it because the ball is constantly moving. It's a lighter ball than you're typically used to. It's not a hard cricket ball. In a tape ball, the ball is lighter than usual. So with the high wind, it's very, very difficult to catch, especially when the balls are high in the air. So it's going to take a lot of technique. It's going to take a lot of patience. It's going to take a lot of ability to get underneath and take those high catches. But you know what? In this format, those are needed. You have to take your catches. It is not said for no reason. Catches do win matches. The city of Irvine. CCF comes home to city of Irvine in California, Southern California, Orange County. Beautiful grounds here. Does well to cramp him up, but the batsman does well to get it away. We'll have to wait for a signal to find out. Yeah. You can see on the replays that went for a 4. A batsman will take that any day. And a slower ball. A slower ball. It went out of the park much faster than it came into the pitch. Batsman seeing that all the way. Slow ball into the spot. The batsman took full advantage of that. Hit it as hard as he could from the middle of the bat. Real pressure now. पहले ओवर च अमीर दे 17 रन हो चुके हैं. And again. 4 again. A lot of full tosses are being dished out here, and the full tosses never do the bowling team any favors because you have to learn to take advantage of the pitch. You have to take advantage of the pitch because with the amount of wind here and with the amount of moisture, it's been overcast all day long. So with the amount of moisture that's underneath the pitch, the ball is going to grip. But if you don't let it pitch, it's always going to be easier for the batsman. Unless you have unbelievable pace. But even then, just pace is not enough. That's why line and length is the most important thing. Abrar is going to have to do some damage control here. 4 overs च 65 रन हो चुके हैं. एक विकेट जड़ी हद तक डिगी है. So Abrar has a big task on his shoulders. His team is going to need him to step it up and rise to the occasion, and that's what it takes. In an 8-over format, half the innings is already gone, and you've got 65 on the board. What a shot. What a shot again. For me, this playing well here. He's taken the ball and just slapped it way across. Just playing into the line of the ball. That it's one thing to take a ball in the off and just smack it onto the leg, but all he is currently doing is taking the pace of the ball, putting a bat where it needs to be, and just playing with the pace of the ball into the line. Well done. Abrar has done very well here to come back. He saw the batsman got ready. The batsman got ready way before the shot was executed. and seeing that Abrar took complete control of the situation and just slowed up the pace. Just slowed up the pace, making the batsman fetch for it, wait for it. Very, very well balled. Batsman's run over for 2 and successfully complete 2 runs. Rashid is just playing an innings here. 13 balls te 40 run. 13 balls te 40 run. This is his team is going to have to lift him up on their shoulders for this type of an innings. Edge and taken. I think I may have spoken too soon here. The moment I said that he's playing well, that's what always happens. You can see it. Swings, edges, and the keeper into action again. Takes it chest height. Abrar has done well here for his team, using all of his experience, using all of his expertise to just put the ball in the right place. Fishing the batsman here, fishing him, giving him time and space, making him believe there's time and space to hit it, but taking away the pace. So the batsman there completely beat by pace. Ahmed is in as the next batsman for SLN 4.4 over. And he hits it right out of the park. This seems to be the tradition here. Come in, hit the ball for 6, and then we'll talk about the rest. Panch ball naate 13 run, 1 wicket gayi hai, so that's a good thing for Abrar. He has done well to control it, but every now and then he's just given up those 6s. And up in the air, remains to be seen, but no fielder can get into it. Clearly frustrated, but it's okay. It's all about channelizing that energy. It's all about channelizing the energy here. 80 runs in 5 overs, 79 runs in 5 runs. The match is still well balanced. All it's going to take is 1 or 2 wickets. 1 or 2 wickets fall, you get a run out, you get a brilliant catch, lift up the morale. Even in the previous match, you saw that no score is enough. There's always a chance to get close to it. If one team can do it, you better believe the other one can too. Famid is into, plays it well here, and beautiful shot down the ground, 4 runs. He just picks it up from right underneath his nose and plays it down the ground in between the long on and long off. Wide ball. Wahab had a relatively successful first over. Sometimes the score on the board doesn't do justice to the quality of the bowling because an edge can go either here or there. But he has done a pretty good job. Now it's just a matter of getting the scoreboard to relay the position that they're in. But that's not on this ball. Wahab is going to try to get the scoreboard to work in his favor in the next one. Full toss ball, way out of the ground, making the cameraman working extremely hard. What a shot right out of the middle of the bat. All the time in the world to pick a spot, and he chooses right over the long on and long off batsmen, fielders. He comes around the wicket to change up the angle a little bit. Gets a dot ball. Wahab needs one or two more dot balls. Out of the ground again. Emma 6 ballan te 7 ballan te 29. Playing a really, really good innings here. He's come into form. right when his team needed it. For me, there's just waiting for his time to come. He has not had a single ball he faced in this entire over, and another wide. 1.5 over into 37 runs, 38 runs. Wahab is going to want to take a wicket or at least get a dot ball on this last ball to relieve some pressure off the next bowler. And he does. He does well. Wahab does really well there. Takes off pace, removes the pace from the ball. Abrar back into the attack. Pele over च good result. एक over च एक wicket ते 14 run. He's going to want to do that again, but he gets just. There's a discussion here, whether it's a 6 or a 4. Let's see what the umpires decide. Abrar has done well for his team, giving them the wicket they needed. It's given a 4. Right call. I would say it's the right call simply because the benefit of the doubt goes, if you're unsure, you cannot give an extra result. It has to be without any doubt. And the umpire does a good job there, making that call. There's a short ball. Looks like it got stuck in the hand, got stuck in the pitch, just balloons up. A wide ball is given there. 6.1 over to 108 run, 2 wicket ਦੇ ਨੁਕਸਾਨ ਤੇ 17.51 17.51 ਦਾ ਸਟ੍ਰਾਈਕ ਰੇਟ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ. Oof. Just gets enough. Just enough. A little bit of a touch to get across, to take a single. Stallions 109 for 2. Making a field change here. A smart field change here. Bringing another fielder onto the leg side. But is that going to make a difference or is it not? Because the ball is up in the air. And as we discussed before, it's not easy. These catches are not easy. They should be taken, don't get me wrong. Completely misjudged. Should be taken. Ideally should be taken, but it's not easy. As we said before, the wind is up in the air and you can see the ball just swerving and swerving in the air. It just never stabilizes. The fielder gets underneath it. It bounces out of his hand. He tries to control it, but unable to. And then, unfortunately, rolls over the boundary. Followed up by another wide. So those are the catches. Those are the difficult catches that you have to take. And they're never easy. We see international stars take them, and they make it look easy, but it comes after many, many years of practice. Those are never easy to take, especially you've got a white ball, and it's a light blue sky. We got complete clear skies. The ball gets lost in the air. So it takes a lot. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of patience to take those. And then they typically can bounce out. And as we saw, it did. Followed up by some good bowling with a dot and now with a wide. Shot. Straight up into the air. Straight up into the air. Right underneath. But again, unfortunately, unable to take it. Fielder tries to take it, but you gotta take those catches. These catches need to be taken in order, because this is the last result a bowler wants. The last result a bowler wants is for a catch to get dropped and the six to be hit on the next ball. And as you can see, 4, 1 wide, 1, 4, 1 wide, dot, 1 wide, 2, 6, a pretty hefty long over. Catch drop. Not once, but twice in the same over. This one could have been taken, should have been taken. You had two fielders there. The fielder was in the right position to take it in both times. But it's just a matter of getting and watching the ball to the end, because the ball is moving in the air. And as it's getting windier, it's gotten more windier in the last 5 overs than it has gotten all day. Top edge and dropped. Desirable results for the batting team again. So the fielding side is giving our cameraman a lot to do here by dropping all these catches. Let's see what happens with this ball here. And another catch. Up in the air. Somebody's got to take it. Keeper says, everybody move out. I'm running with my back to the ball, but I'm going to take this. And the keeper finally does what he needs to and takes the catch. The batsman was out here giving the bowling side catching practice, and they just want nothing to do with it. They said, you can keep your catches to yourself. I do not feel like taking one today. Except for the keeper. I think the keeper didn't get the memo that this is just practice. So he said, I'm just going to take it regardless. Shoaib is into the attack. And he is out of the attack. The ball goes over the fence. That ball is going to need some naviyan tapeball. Right out of the screws. Good comeback, good comeback. That shot was just a thing of beauty. Again, not enough pace, too short. Out of the ground again. Shoaib has had success with the wicket, but the batsmen have his number. Too short and too much room, and again. This was a much better ball. If you're going to bowl that length, if you are going to bowl the length where you're aiming for the hip, you have to hit the hip. You have to cramp him up. If you give him a short ball and you give him space, there's never going to be a chance. So the hip line is a line to go for, but the margin of error is very, very little. The match summary so far. As you can see, 8 overs च ZB Pakistan Stars need 142 at 17.75 in over. Jada Kirla over siga, the last over went for some runs. But there was never a doubt that ZB Pakistan Stars was going to score high. So ZB Spock Stars need 142 from 48 balls. It's not going to be easy, but it is doable because if one team can do it, the other one can too. Ash Stallions are going to do their best here. Ash Stallions, realtors. It's a good time to be a realtor with the interest rates, but right now they're not going to be worried about interest rates. They're going to be worried about run rates. Azmat is going to bowl the first ball in the first over, and it's going to go out of the park. What a shot. Bilal not taking any time to warm up. Right out of the middle of the bat. Pitches it up. Right into the slot. Right into the slot and right out of the park. Full toss ball. The batsman will be slightly disappointed on that shot. But sometimes the good balls go for 6 and the full tosses go for 1s. दो बॉलां ते 7 रन काफ़ी मैच जेड़ा काफ़ी बैलेंस च है अजे भी. Run rate is still good, but it's only 2 balls in, so a lot can change. It's a wide ball from Azmat. You got Shoaib batting for the first time. He's taking strike for the first time. Bilal has done his part and come to the other side. Bilal कहंदा मैं तो अपना काम करता हुन शोएब भाई ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਆ. Full toss ball, just lifts it ever so slightly, and the ball is rolling. This pitch and this ground is so beautiful. It just rolls and rolls and rolls. Once it comes off the middle of the bat, there's no stopping this. Irvine, California has done such a good job. Great park in Irvine has done such a good job here with the grounds. The batsman just lifts it, touches the bat, drives it into the cover drive. Good ball. What a comeback. What a comeback, cramping up the batsman. The batsman thought like there was room for it. There was room for a pull, but the ball just stayed lower. It was pitched fuller than the batsman expected. And him stepping out also removed the element of surprise, removed the element of the movement. What a shot. Azmat has done a good job here. He's come back very strong, giving up just 1s and 2s. Batsman try to drive it down the ground. Azmat fielding it well, bowling it well. He's going to want to finish off this last ball with one good solid ball to keep his team on top here. The required run rate is 17.86, which is never easy, but it's never impossible. Lifts it again. The batsman, slower ball. Beautiful slower ball, risky slower ball. What a good comeback. Azmat with that last ball, slower ball, completely making the batsman wait. The batsman just waited and waited and waited. And by the time the ball arrived, the batsman didn't have many options except to just tip it and run. Well done. This is how you take a catch. Shahnawaz, belly ball te. The batsman tries to take him on. Shoaib losing his wicket to a beautiful catch right on to long off. He tries to drive it. He tried to drive it over. Trying to drive it over, but the baller pitching it right underneath, and then a beautiful catch. Beautiful catch and justified celebration there. Shahnawaz, if you're going to start your innings, this is the way to do it. Take a wicket on the first ball. The fielder has done very well here to take that catch. Shahnawaz will have hoped and prayed for this type of a start, but here he's going to have to repeat himself 5 more times before he can take a breath. Not this time. How does a batting team come back from a wicket? You hit a 6. And how do you come back from a 6? You take a wicket. So we'll have to see what happens next. Or you could do that. He tried. Shahnawaz bowling well here. Giving a wide. Sometimes you just get your line of length wrong, so you bowl a wide, but you got to put that behind you. What a pull shot. What a pull shot. 4 run da jada ishara hai batsman nu. Batsman will be happy with that. Shuja 2 ballan te 10 run. Pehli ball te shakka marya, ek te wide te dooji ball te chauka maar ke. He is currently batting at a 500 strike rate. But it's only been 2 balls, so it's a long ways to go. Bilal, on the other hand, has been very patiently waiting. 1.3 over to 26 run, 1 wicket. The target is 142, so it's still an achievable target. There's no doubt. If one team can do it, you have to believe that the other team can as well. Out of the park again. Making all the fielders work on their neck exercises, making them look. Everybody had their neck exercises. Somebody's going to have to go and grab that one and fetch that one. Oof. That is a desirable result for a full toss. Slow and low. Reminds you of Dwayne Johnson. No, Dwayne Bravo. Dwayne Bravo mastered the art of these dipping slow balls. The batsman just waits and waits and waits, but at the last second, the ball just dips right into the feet. And that's exactly what happened here. Shahnawaz coming back strong with a dot ball. Well done again. A good ball by Shahnawaz. Good comeback. Very good comeback. And just as well fielded. This has been a seesaw match so far. A well-balanced match. It's very, very difficult to predict what the result of this match is going to be. Completely in the balance. It's not a one-sided match. This event that's being put together by CCF. They've been doing it year after year, and you wonder what the motivation is. The motivation is just humanity. What can be done? How can we bring a sport that we love so much and use it for the benefit of humanity? Various charities are involved. Various organizations are involved. Wide ball da ishara jada Shuja is batting really well. More than a 300 strike rate currently. 5 ball nate 17 run. Duje passe Bilal has been very patiently waiting. 3 ball nate 8 run. He's been very patient. He's been there for a while. It seems like a while. It's only been 2 overs, but it still feels like a while in such a short format. When they only have 8 overs, every ball counts and every little innings counts. You can see the name of our sponsors, the sponsors who have made this all happen. And edge behind. Those are tricky. Those are tricky. Anytime a ball comes off of an edge, you have to be careful. You got to realize that the ball's going to bounce and turn a different way. That's why you have specialist fielders and you have specialist people in those positions. You got to read the ball before it bounces, know which way it's going to go based on the shot that was played. Aksha bowling his second legal delivery. First one was a wide here. Full toss and out of the ground. It's a daunting task. On paper, it's a daunting task to score 140 plus. But you have to believe. You have to believe. Wide ball da ishara fir. Akshay has bowled his second wide ball this over. $100 more to go off of 34 balls. Both teams will feel this is a target. It's a good target. Short ball, wide ball. Don't get me wrong, even though they're going for wides, it's not a bad ball. It's just the line that's missing. But if you bring that ball to the offside, you're giving the batsman all the time in the world to just slap it wherever you want. Those balls need to come into the hip. They need to come in the armpit. Cramp up the batsman. If you give those a little bit to the offside, you're giving the batsman all the time in the world to hit it. Well fielded. Akshay has done well here to come back from, getting hit 6. And another a white ball is given. Shuja is batting at a 300 strike rate. So he'll back himself here to hit this out of the ground. As I'm finishing my sentence, he proves me right. In this format, is just the nature of the game. The batsmen are not going to wait to feel you out. They're going to see the ball and they're going to hit the ball. Sometimes it's your day and sometimes it's not. In this format, you have to have 6 top quality bowlers because even though there's only 8 overs, you have to have at least 6 different bowlers bowling the innings. And another short, wide. That's a wide and 1 for the over. 1 bouncer for the over. Four legal deliveries. And now CCF have hired a bird to go get those balls because they're being hit far and hard. Ooh, well done. Well done by the bowler there. He has completely cramped up the batsman and given him no room. The batsman tried to swivel onto the back foot and played onto the onside but could not make clean contact. Edged, and it rolls to a fielder. A good comeback from Akshay. A very good comeback. A good comeback. एक विकेट ते नुकसान ते 54 runs 3 over 30 balls ते 88 runs चाहिए आ. Ash Realty Stallions and ZB Pakistans both will be in the game. They will feel like they're still in the game. It's perfectly balanced. It's going to take a moment of brilliance. It's going to take a beautiful catch. It's going to take some sort of a field. It's going to take one beautiful shot to change the momentum. But it all comes down to when is that one moment going to come? Who is going to capitalize on that moment? Regardless of the day, regardless of the week, regardless of the position on your table, it's always a competition of bat versus ball. So what remains the same is the competition between the bat and the ball. What changes is your mindset. So as long as these players can keep their cool, they can keep their calm, take the catches that come your way, execute what you know how to do, just stay in the present. As long as they find a way to stay in the present. Starts off with a wide. Taimur starts off with a wide. TJ over the pehli ball goes for a wide. Bilal and Shuja seems like they've been batting for an eternity, but it's actually only been 3 overs. Bilal is back on strike. Shuja's back on strike. And another wide ball. The tricky thing is the pitch is actually smaller than it usually is. The pitch is not the typical 22 yards. It's a shorter pitch. So it also changes your line and length. It also changes the pace at which the ball comes to the batsman. So what would be a Yorker on a normal pitch will be a full toss here. So making those adjustments, getting used to the conditions, that's what it's talked about. When we talk about getting used to the conditions, this is what it means. How do you adapt to the changing winds, to the changing weather, and then also changing pitch dimensions? Well fielded there. Demut has done a really good job here containing the batsman. Coming in at such a high strike rate, coming in at such a high score. He's done really well here. Up in the air, the keeper's underneath it and takes it. There was never really any doubt, but you also never really know. He edges it to the back. It goes up, gets a little bit of air, gets a little bit of time. And the keeper does well to contain it within his gloves. Tamur will be very happy with that take. And rightfully so, Tamur has come back and brought his team back to life. He has given his team a reason to celebrate. He has given his team a reason to believe. Mudassir is on to the wicket now, facing his first ball. Bilal on the other end, what seems like a really long time, has faced 8 balls since the beginning of this match. Woo! Tamur completely flummoxing the batsman. The batsman thought that was going to go wide. It looked like he was trying to move out of the way, but then last minute, he is lucky, and he's probably glad that he didn't get his body out of the way in time, because that was going to hit straight into the wickets. A good ball from Taimur, completely knocking into Mudassir's confidence here. Well done, well done. Taimur gets a round of applause from his teammates. They thank him for his service. They thank him for his contribution. Getting a wicket, 6 runs only in 1 over is just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable what Taimur has been able to do for the SLN Ash Realty Stallions. with half of the innings down, 4 overs to go. The current run rate is 15. Required is 20.5. Azmat is back into the attack. Azmat is back into the attack with a huge load on his shoulders. And that's exactly. Is it given? It's given. Edged and taken. Azmat coming back strong. After going for 16 in his first, on his first ball, he gets an edge, and the keeper takes a comfortable catch. Azmat has done his team wonders and his team a huge favor here by getting a wicket. Amir comes into the attack. He's going to face the music that Azmat is going to play. Good line, good length. Not giving the batsman much room and space. Not allowing the batsman to drive. Not allowing the batsman to pull. Very well bowled here. बहुत वधिया bowling अज़मत वालों ZB Spark Stars वो कोशिश करनगे कि मैच जेड़ा आ वो लागे ले जाइए अपने वालों पूरी कोशिश करनगे जेड़ा मैच है इस समय फसवा होया पिया फसवा मैच है Ash Realty Stallions जिन्हें टारगेट सेट किया 142 दा up in the air fielders underneath it needs to be taken and it's dropped again. A chance for a run out also goes begging. Fielder gets underneath it, but just never gets the stability underneath it. Puts in a dive, puts in the effort, but we're going to need some medical treatment out here. These are scenes in Irvine. It looks like he's injured. Considering the injury, we might have to do a helicopter drop into the pitch because nobody wants to see this live. At a time of need, all his friends and his teammates have come to the rescue. It's going to need some rubbing, but he's the only one who can rub. On that drop catch, the batsmen run across and get 2. No ballan te 20 run. No ballan te 20 run is not a bad way to start. That is a hand he would have taken any day. But Bilal is going to need to stay there and do some more. He's going to have to stay there and continue to do this type of batting. Up in the air, one more time. Catch needs to be taken. Converging underneath it. Never even got close. Those are very, very difficult. And in my opinion, to be honest, that was never a catch that should have been called by the bowler. 3 fielders should have been converging on that. The bowler was nowhere nearby, nowhere close by. That was a catch that should have been taken by one of the fielders on the boundary on the leg side. Desperation is starting to creep into the fielding side. Nobody was calling it. Nobody was asking for it. The bowler was running full speed with the ball behind his back. A blinder needed to be taken there, but unfortunately unable to. Wide ball. A white ball is given. V Bolante 76. The target is looking further and further away. The target is looking further and further away with just 20 balls to get the 75. ZB Spock Stars will hope that they can get a couple of overs in their favor. But currently, that's not looking likely because when you have a baller like Azmat coming in and just giving nothing, it's just the batsmen have not been able to figure out the line and length and how to counter it. The scorecard does show that he's gotten 1 wicket and he's gotten 22 runs, but in this format, 22 runs in 2 overs, you'll take that any day. $67 for 3, 5 overs. Azmat finishes his spell with 1 wicket and 23 runs. High up into the air. This needs to be taken, but it's not look like it's. Ki kya jave. I don't think these fielders are interested in taking catches today on both sides because the equal number of catches were dropped on both sides. But I must tell you, they are not easy. They might look easy when you're looking at a 2D television. They are not easy by any stretch of imagination. But you have to take those. You have to find a way to get underneath it. Or this happens. If you don't take those catches, the batsman is going to find a way to make that happen. And another one. And another one. Another 6. Right underneath. Trying to go for a Yorker or a full, but putting it right into the slot. Putting it right where the batsman wants it. And this is better. Pulls back the length a little bit. The batsman thought it was going to come back to where he could hit it. Batsman swings but doesn't get to the bottom of the ball. Doesn't get to the middle of the bat. Just pulls back the line a little bit, the length. All he does is pulls back the length a little bit and makes the batsman play for it. And a wide ball. Off the pads, off his legs. But you know what? It never matters where the runs come from. As long as they keep ticking, it doesn't matter where they come from. 13 Bolante 57 needed. This over has 1 more legal delivery left. 2, 6, 6, 1. 1 wide and a single. The future of this match will depend on what it says for this last ball here. ਅਖੀਰਲੀ ਬਾਲ ਨੇ ਡਿਸਾਈਡ ਕਰਨਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਚ ਦਾ ਰੁਖ ਕਿੱਧਰ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਆ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਟੀਮ ਆਪਣਾ ਪਲੜਾ ਭਾਰੀ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ Bilal and Amir. Bilal is going to have thousands of thoughts in his mind, but that was not going to be one of them. Timur does well. Timur does really well. He did really well in his first over, having come back after a really good over when his team absolutely needed him. He came back, got hit for 2 sixes, but followed it up with a couple of dots and singles. So still not a bad position for Pak to be in. First ball tries to pull it. The batsman run across to get an easy single, playing it right to the fielder. The fielding side is contesting for a no ball, but the decision has been made. What a shot. Oof! Unbelievable. If that was taken, that is the catch of the day. If it was taken, it was the catch of the day. It's going to require some extra set of eyes to figure out what happened there. Running in, low catch. It needs to be seen. It needs to be checked. But it looks like it bounced just before it reaches the fielder. So catch, not taken. This one's up in the air. Fielders are getting underneath it. And finally taken. Amit is going to have to walk back to the pavilion, and Ahmad has done a good job here. He's getting his team into a position that they want to be in. The required run rate is going and going and going. It's got a jetpack on and it's going to the sky, 29.45. It's never easy. I don't believe in saying anything is impossible, but it's getting more and more difficult at a run rate of 14.27, which is ridiculous in itself, considering the fact that they've scored at 14.27, but yet they still need 29.45 and over. Just goes to show the supreme and the superior batting of SLN in the first innings. Tuji ball that he takes a wicket. Ahmad is steaming in now. Another catch up in the air. This time no fielders there, nobody around. Fielder does very, very well. Very, very well to cover all that ground and make it before it reaches the boundary. We're on the Lahore field at Irvine Great Parks in Southern California. CCF has worked tirelessly to put this event together. Oof. Edged. Doesn't reach the keeper, but the keeper still does well to collect it. The batsman knows what's up. They know what's needed. They know exactly what they need to do. Every single ball needs to connect. Every single ball needs to go out. Every single ball needs to find a way either to the boundary or over the boundary. And what a shot in the situation. A scoop shot made famous by the one and only Dilshan from Sri Lanka. Playing the Dil scoop, but it didn't get the full connection, but still, commendable shot. Up in the air. This is way up in the air. Way up in the air. And lands again. I'm running out of things to say about drop catches. I think I have to find things to say about a catch that is actually taken. Well bowled here. Akirle over to 52 runs are needed. You know, we laugh and we joke about the catches on both sides. But it must be said, it's very, very difficult. These catches are not easy because the wind is blowing very hard in the air. The ball never stops moving. It's very hard to get underneath it. smacks it right to long on. 4 balls te kafi run chahide a. I think mathematically, unless there's a no ball, this game is done and dusted, but Ahmed is going to take the most of what comes his way. ZB's Pakistan Stars, having scored 142, are now defending 142. Ash Realtor, target they set was 142. ZB Spock Stars are now in the hunt to try to achieve that target, but it's looking less and less likely. It's not looking like it's gonna happen for them in this match, but the beauty of this format is there's always another day. There's always another game. It goes up in the air again, ends in the middle of the park with no fielders there. And 2 fielders converge on it. Batsmen run across 2 times and get 2 runs. Bilal is playing a decent innings. He's played a good innings. 43 of 25. It's a little bit below. The batsman slides. The fielder slides in to make a good stop. And the match finishes at 95 for 4 after 8 overs. Realty Stallions win by 46 runs, which is a huge margin. It's a huge margin considering that it's only 8 overs. The match summary real quick for you. Ash Realtor Stallions in 8 overs. Ahmed Ar 41 off 12. Rashid Ar 40 off 14. Famid 22 off 12. You had decent bowling from Muhammad Shoaib and Abrar. Abrar did really well. The numbers may not show it, but his first over was really well. It's exactly what the team needed considering the conditions that he was bowling in. ZB Pakistan Stars in 8 overs. In 8 overs, Bilal, Shuja and Shoaib doing really well. Bilal 44 off 26, Shuja 26 off 10, and Shoaib 6 off 4. Amr 1 for 5, Shahnawaz 18 for 1, and Tamur 1 for 23 in his 2 overs.